Today we're going to do the setup that surrounds the Yamato Serger. This model happens to be a Z610, but it doesn't really matter your model. We're just working with the standard industrial table that is commonly seen with these machines. But we're going to focus in on lighting and the spool tray, which really doesn't seem to be an important aspect of it, but it really is. So there's a couple of things you want to do. You want to have your spools set up higher than the bars, so that if there's movement, it won't interfere with the thread. And believe it or not, we'd had thread breakage because these were loose, the bars were loose, the configuration was loose. So the first thing you want to do is tighten up the bottom of this. There's a pretty, like a 3/4 inch bolt under here. You want to tighten that up real tight so that there's no movement of this bar. Then there's a junction here where this assembly has 2 holes. So you want to use, let me just see what size that is. Okay, so that is 5/16. So 5/16, you want to tighten that as tight as you can so there's no movement. Then you want this bar, thread bar, pretty high, but straight across the machine and over this primary bar for the sewing machine. So then you start with your spools, and from right to left, going straight down as straight as possible to the tensioner, so that way it keeps everything straight. There's no additional tension, and you want to be sure that this is tightened. So there's no moving here. You want to make sure that this bar is tight, but not so tight you can't move it if you need to. But everything should be tight, because as the machine vibrates, this tree would move if it's not tightened. So you want to kind of keep to this configuration, and things will be a lot easier for you. And then lighting. So lighting, we've got LED, and from the right, and with double stick tape that you can buy now. It's probably 1/8 of an inch thick, kind of foam in between the sticky surfaces. And we put our light here. My wife likes it back here, going over the top to the left side of the thread, and then over here. So that's kind of makes it really nice. I mean, good visibility either way. And these are relatively inexpensive on Amazon. So that's it for the configuration to keep things well lit and orderly when it comes to the spools. And we didn't have, some of these holes didn't have the eyes, but we kind of cannibalized it from another one. And we only use 3 spools because we don't do a safety stitch. If you had a safety stitch, you'd have another bar coming across here, and then one more spool here, and then that would track in between one of these, probably this one for the left-handed needle. So you'd configure it, but again, make everything tight. 5/16, tighten everything up, and it'll make your life easier where things aren't swinging around and you have to continually readjust things. So that's it.